Alright, should be starting in a moment. Delay is added to the stream just so we don't have to deal with any possible nonsense. It is a tournament set at the end of the day. So yeah, welcome guys to the stream. We're just doing a test game right now to see the latency. Latency is a bit on the high side, so there is a chance I might replay cast this. Yeah, it's definitely on the higher end of things at the moment. Let me exit and see if it makes a difference real quick. I do plan on casting this set one way or another, whether it's by replay or the other way around. So let's see here. Let's try as ExCaL host. Hopefully my stream is also fine. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's working, okay. Yeah, let's see if it's any different with ExCaL as a host. I think it makes a difference, yeah. Seems dramatically better so far. Okay, yeah, it's stabilizing at 12, that's good. So we can actually live cast, which is pretty fun. Hello TK Leo, nice to see you in the chat. Looks like it's okay for ExCaL and it's okay for SPL. Alright, nice. Let's roll with it. So to give you some context to this tournament, this is a new maps tournament where there's just a bunch of sort of new and unknown maps that I think haven't really been played that much. There's a couple relaxed maps where they're kind of known, like Battle Plan and Down the Road and Oil Oasis. You also have Irish Front. There's also a couple of revised maps. I think there's a Natural Threats V4. And then you have a bunch of these sort of gigantic eco maps. I think mainly from Uke server, if I'm not mistaken. Um, in terms of the paths that people have taken to play this tournament, SPL went through with a forfeit from Q, and then beats Pepsi 6-0. ExCaL beat, or actually ExCaL had not played. He played Popo, and then he went forward because Vector forfeited, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be the first competitive game. I think both of these guys are gonna be fighting this tournament. We got a good matchup as well to start off with, actually. Stealth Laser. It's on Down the Road, which is one of the more known maps in this tournament. So on the bottom we have ExCaL as the purple stealth, and we have SPL on top as the green laser. So on this map you have two docks like this. You have a relatively forward third supply. You can even get a relatively safe fourth supply. So, and you also have on the left side a middle that kind of looks like a lagoon a little bit with the garrisons. But you have 4 lines of piles. The fourth pile is a little hidden if you're looking at a certain angle. You also have an oil in each player's base. It's a little far forward, so you can't sneak it always, but The soil does come into play quite often if you want to go for these somewhat greedier builds. And at the moment, looks like SPL is just playing it normal, and instead of dropping the dozer, you're just gonna walk it, see if he finds any workers. He hasn't seen any workers so far, but there is a worker on the right side from ExCaL. ExCaL went for a fake arms dealer and a bunch of tunnels. He actually got a tunnel here pretty early, which is important, because that's gonna let him expand to a third supply relatively quick, without any danger. ExCal's leading his first stack with 5 RPGs. This worker's now building a tunnel. There are 2 Vs out from SPL, both empties, so... Actually, one of them has only 1 MD, so... Maybe SPL's looking to try and go for a dozer hunt? Or ExCaL is trying to go for a dozer hunt because SPL hasn't actually boxed. He's gonna stick with Tech RPG Harass, which is pretty good at this stage of the game, just because ExCaL is also gonna expand to a quick third supply as a result, and maybe he can get a bit of an eco lead by taking a couple of these pot shots at the Chinook and delaying the collection a little bit here. SPL might lose 1v. He barely, yeah, one more shot and this V would have been dead. Importantly, this tunnel is up, and no tunnel on the left yet, but this tunnel is pretty important because it's gonna threaten the fourth supply expansion, and subsequently, actually there was the TNT here. I missed that. Sorry. It threatens this supply as well if you have control over this area, because you have this narrow choke point and you can easily park a quad near a tunnel to harass the Chinooks. Scouts building a tunnel there. There's the quad we were talking about, and SPL, I think, has forgotten about this dozer's vision, because you should see this worker building in broad daylight right now, but I think he's focused on just macroing a little bit. Maybe he's focused on this drop, but I think that he's gonna get punished. Yeah, SPL, I think, tried to waypoint this dozer on the worker, but he's forgotten about it. And that just might be a game-losing mistake, because this tunnel is massive. You can't let a tunnel like this get up. Yeah, this tunnel being up is scary, and XL's actually gonna expand to a force supply there. I like that he's doing it there instead of here, because even if SBL clears out his base, like he's gonna try to now, he's gonna be collecting still over here. And in the long run, that also does reduce SBL's income, if you think about it, because you're collecting from his supplies as well. I don't know how much ExCal's got in his tunnel. He is just expanding all over the map, so I'm gonna assume he doesn't really have a large tunnel. He is doing a lot of harass behind this, though. And I think ExCal might have hunted SPL, because I don't see another dozer. Unless it's in a Chinook that I'm unaware of. It might be here? No, this is empty. I think SPL is hunted. Okay, in that case, SPL loses just to a base race. Very unfortunate situation here. I think this dozer in particular, not getting the worker crush sooner, or at all, was potentially game losing. Yeah, laser tank is gonna get eviscerated by the tech RPGs, and SPL says GG for game 1.
You have been defeated.
Solid performance from ExCaL, but I don't think SPL is playing particularly well. Your volume is really low, hard to hear you. Is it still low? Wait 1 second, let me just test something. I just tested my audio on a different device. It seems fine, TKDO. It might be your end, I'm not sure. Unless there's a lot of people having it, I don't think there's audio issues. Dude, go, go. I'm not playing. I'm casting. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Many. And yeah, I mean, let's see if SPL can sort of equalize it 1-1. So in the bottom we have SPL as the stealth. Yeah, as the stealth. And on the top we have ExCaL as the laser. I forgot to say the color. Green stealth, purple laser. Okay. So I think ExCaL is gonna go for a forward supply. And we see this sometimes from ExCaL, and I think Fargo does this as well, where they build a forward supply so that way they can get their dozer to the middle faster for crushes while also still having 4 Chinooks collecting immediately. Do I think it's the best strategy? Personally, I'm not a fan of it. I understand why it's done, and I think it's alright. Well, ExCaL is just gonna get a faster drop anyways. He's dropping in the Nook still, so he will have a couple seconds earlier, which actually does make a pretty big difference because this terrorist will be too slow. If ExCaL was a little bit faster with the drop, he might have even been able to deny the supply altogether, but I think this is still very good for if you are in ExCal's position, because you're going to be delaying this supply collection with the Chinook. You're delaying the workers collecting here because of this dozer. So SPL's economy is actually in shambles at the moment. It doesn't look like that, but his economy is very slow at the moment. SPL's actually also prepping up a TNT, so not sure how I feel about this, and yeah, ExCaL's just gonna be very annoying with this dozer. There's a gap here as well, which the dozer might squeeze into. And ExCaL is starting to amass these. What's also nice here about this particular third is you're collecting from piles, so you can have multiple Chinooks collecting at the same time. I think ExCal's forgotten to do that, so tiny bit of an efficiency mistake there. There's a pretty deep tunnel on the left from SPL. And it looks like the dozer got cleared up, and he actually gave the scrap as well. So that grenade tech could be very useful. SPL has done a 4 RPG, 1 worker technical. And he's actually gonna build a very aggressive tunnel. And ExCaL has to kind of make a decision here as to whether he's gonna defend that or not. That's also a TNT. And if that hits the war factory, that could be very devastating. It's gonna hit the supply instead, which I still think is equally devastating because the only other supply is here, and it's right next to this tunnel. So if SPL camps this position and puts a quad there, then it's gonna be very tough. And there's the engagement. 1v goes really low. SPL is not overcommitting just yet, but he is getting picked off by ExCaL. But that lack of overcommitment might have bitten SPL a little bit here, because now the Vs are just going to heal up, and it's going to be tougher to fight the Vs when they're all healed up like this and back into their position. Yeah, so far no losses from ExCaL, which is pretty good given that tech RPG blob. He's actually focusing the ambulance with techs and the RPGs. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a bit tough. Hello, everyone in the chat. Let's see. We see this tunnel getting engaged. SPL actually hasn't expanded to a third yet. So keep in mind, even though ExCaL is getting pressured here, SPL isn't actually building that much of an eco lead. And ExCal's actually gonna get SPL's Hoya. Aww. This is barely out of vision, so this is very sneaky from ExCaL. Yeah, and slowly I think SPL was in a really good position here with that tunnel, but he hasn't really taken advantage of that tunnel. Like, he hasn't built a third or got oils behind it, so once that tunnel got cleared up, it's actually flipping in favor of ExCaL. ExCaL is gonna make another supply again, so he's gonna have stable income. He's actually got extra Chinook, so he can collect from a lot of these piles at once if he's playing super efficient. And that's the first V of the game that's gone down, by the way, so even though ExCaL is losing Vs, the fact that he hasn't lost anything at this point is pretty important. Because it does mean he's able to exert a lot of defensive pressure back at SPL like this. SPL's actually building the tunnel again. I'm not sure if it's gonna get up this time because there are a lot more Vs. I like the Laser Patriot because it protects you from a potential hijacker with the stealth detection, and it also deters off the techs. As ExCaL hasn't actually finished that tunnel down. It's been left to the hole, so it's gonna rebuild. If ExCaL left this tunnel, he should see that the GLA hole is still alive in the Fog of War as well. So ExCaL is being pulled in different directions, but at the same time, it's not that bad of a position given the fact that ExCaL is actually eco-wise ahead of SPL. Like, this is annoying to clear up these tunnels, like, on complete opposite sides. But he's not really achieving much with these fights that SPL does. And now there's a command center, so now ExCaL is gonna have a lot more vision to work with. He scanned this tunnel, so he might just go for that tunnel next. Yeah, this third supply is very late, and even this fourth supply is very late, given the fact that ExCal's literally been in his base for like the first 7 minutes of the game and hasn't even moved out until now. Smart, I see the comments. I don't think it's necessary to bring that sort of attitude here in this chat. I'm just trying to cast. Not sure why SPL engages like this. All he needs to do is camp behind supply with a bunch of RPGs. Yeah. I mean, you don't even need to camp. You just need to delay ExCaL while getting your own money faster. You don't necessarily have to camp it out in that sense. Smart, I am just going to time you out if you keep spamming the same message over and over. I'm not joking around when I say that either. Let's see. Hello, Pepsi. And now we have Search and Destroy Vs. And I don't know what SPL is gonna do in this position, in all honesty. Okay, yeah, Smart, I am just gonna time you out at this point. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, this supply is cabineted, but it doesn't really do much, I think, at this stage to hide that supply. Alright, there we go. Nice TNT there from SPL. Buys himself a little bit of time against these Vs, although even with that little bit of time, SPL has not exactly got a lot to defend against this. He has a couple techs, but he's super far behind on his palace. He just started as well, so... And it's also very close to the Vs, so it's not gonna be like he's gonna achieve anything anytime soon. Although this pincer might be nice, actually. Let's see where this goes. He kills one V so far. Kills a second, though I think that was empty. Kills a third. Almost kills a fourth. But that was a nice pincer. It is buying quite a bit of time. Oh, SPL. He needed to focus down this V. Yeah, he needed to focus this V down. though SPL is cockroaching around the map a little bit. He actually might get the strat again. If he kills the strat a second time, that's pretty massive. Although this garrison, I think, is gonna save the day. Yeah. That garrison saves the day, man. If he got the strat a second time, I actually think SPL would be in a pretty good position. Because if he clears up this area, which is very possible against non-SNDVs, then he has a good chance. Well, he's buying the time he needs, otherwise ExCaL would have long crossed the map. Why no game sound? There should be game sound. Oh. Let me know if the audio is okay or not. I'm not sure why there wasn't game sound before. And SPL just says GG. Let me just restart my game very quick, just to make sure there's no audio issues. Okay, let me know if the game audio is good now. Not sure why the audio just kind of cut off randomly. It's unusual for that to happen. Just also update the scoreboard in the background. So now it's, I believe, ExCal's pick. And ExCal picks Battle Plan. And I think this map plays pretty well into ExCal's comfort play style. Do think he's a big fan of greedy build orders, so I think this works very well. Hello Alfie Ace, hello Grandmaster. Guys, just let me know as well if the sound is working or not. It should be fixed. And we literally have the same matchup again, except on a different map. So instead of laser, it's USA this time for SPL. On the top is the green US, and we have ExCaL as the purple stealth. And when you look at this map, I mean, this is very much a dynamic map in terms of who this kind of favors, because I think there's very good reasons that Stealth loves this map, and I also think there's very good reasons that US loves this map. This is one of the only maps I can think of where US can actually collect with all 4 Chinooks on different piles, which makes a huge difference in terms of income. Having said that, you also have the easiest triple supply opener for GLAs here. So it's pretty good for GLA as well. And we see a drop from SPL actually. And he's going 5 Chinooks. I don't like this build order because this is 0 production behind this as well. If SPL gets rushed in his base, he is kind of screwed. I don't think this is a good idea. If it works, SPL might be able to get away with insane Tovi spam. But SPL is actually building a proxy barracks, and he might build a war factory next to this, you know, to try and play super aggressive. Unfortunately, ExCaL does spot this, and that's gonna hurt SPL a lot as well to lose this dozer. Because not being able to spam production buildings as quickly makes a very big difference on a map like this. This barracks is also gonna get shut down pretty quick. There's a tech RPG that goes cross map. SPL might get hunted, but ExCaL is now gonna see that there's this 6 Chinook opener. SPL is dropping a second war factory. So I do think it is gonna be mass Tovies. Yep, there's the Tovy upgrade. Let me bump up the sound a little bit for you guys. RPG is being annoying on the Chinooks. He needs to redirect one of these nooks to a different pile. He is doing 3 here, and I think he's doing... Okay, he's doing 3 here now. ExCaL is on a 4th already. A 5th, actually. He's dropping a quick palace. So, we get super fast Tovy spam versus quintuple supply. I'm very curious to see how this goes, because Tovies are no joke. Like, you can flat out win the game with a Tovy push, even if you have an eco lead. Heroic Tech does go down, gives a V vet 1. And SPL has 6 Vs, beelining for the middle. There is a pop. Unfortunately, the vet tech is also going to get popped first. That is pretty important to lose for ExCaL, because every piece of vet on a tech on a V makes it much tankier to deal with, and in turn much harder to pick off with technical maneuver. The sound is working? Good to know. Thank you, Bunka. There's a delay on the stream, so if it doesn't update immediately, or if I don't respond immediately, it's either because I'm focusing on casting, or it's because there's a stream delay. It's actually got a couple MDs now in there. And is SPL hunted? Oh, he must have been hunted. Yeah, I keep missing the hunts. I don't know why. I mean, that's pretty massive. Despite the fact that SPL has a load of Vs, I think he could just outlast. He could get outlasted by ExCaL here. These RPGs are just going to be very irritating to deal with as well. Although this palace is empty. And he's behind arms dealers. One arms dealer is going to get bursted very easily here. ExCaL is going to force an engage. Although it is against Tovies with a couple MDs as well. Second arms dealer is also under threat. I think he's popping a buggy? No, that's a technical from there. Palace still hasn't been killed yet, although I think he's worried about the arms dealer units as well. So Palace will go down, which is pretty massive. SPL is losing Chinooks unattended, which is gonna really cripple his follow-up as well. So this is good damage from SPL, but I think, as I said, he is just going to get outlasted because SPL actually is on 1 Chinook at this point. He's got the capture, but he hasn't taken any oils yet. Jarman is out. You can easily depilot that Vet 3V if he wants to. Just kills 1V. I would have saved the kill driver ability on the Vet 3V. Because it's going to be way harder to kill a Vet 3V than a random Vet 0V with a couple of missile defenders. Pilot gets sniped by Jarman. And yeah, the V army is getting pretty cleared up at this point. There's only 2 Vs left and a couple MDs. And SPL is, I think, gonna try for the oils. But he is getting them very slowly, and he is collecting on 2 Chinooks against what is a effectively quad supply stealth. With 3 arms eaters as well is a big thing. No shower stream, no webcam. Boring. I mean, you came to the wrong stream if you're looking for those things. There's other websites for that sort of thing, if you're really interested in that. SPL does get 2 oils here. We'll get a third as well. So that's gonna jumpstart SPL's economy again, but he is still hunted at the end of the day. Oh! Was this dozer there the whole time and he never noticed? Oh, I think he got hijacked now. Okay, he wasn't hunted, never mind. Yeah, this is super over now that he has power, actually. I mean, power spam on 3 arms dealers. I don't think he can sustain it with 4 supplies. You need a 5th. Yeah, okay, he has a 5th supply. He can actually sustain triple arms dealer buggy spam. He has 5 supplies if with power as well. 1 oil gets taken out. SPL is down to 2. SPL is doing a ranger drop to distract the tunnels. Oh, it was in the Nook exile? I didn't see that. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, this is super over because SPL will just get outlasted in this game. I think it was a cute idea to try and do some proxy war factory shenanigans here with the dozer, but it got scouted and it might have worked if SPL had the elements of surprise, but I don't know how practical it would have been to actually get something done. Maybe if he was spamming Vs from here with this garrison in control, he could easily pressure the supply lines with Tovies. But having said that, I don't think Proxy War Factory on US is particularly amazing. I could be wrong though. And ExCaL is actually taking over SPL's oils, so yeah, ExCaL's gonna be on 5 oils or 5 supplies, 2 oils with
You
power.
have been defeated.
There's no way you recover in that position, especially if you're hunted as well. Let alone even having a CC in that position, you would still probably be miles ahead. So far, it's a pretty convincing win from Mr. ExCaL. Alright, let's see. He got dozer Nook top right, I think. Okay. Looks like that was the case, and I don't know why I set myself as a spot. That's funny. Okay, we're gonna see the reverse of this. Also, I do think that 6 Chinook opener was a tad bit too greedy. Maybe a fast third would have been better with some units first. Because it's pretty hard to make anything happen if you have no units. as shocking as it sounds, and not so shocking, we have the reverse of this matchup. ExCaL on the top with purple US versus SPL as the green stealth. So far 2 supplies. We're gonna see if it's a third. Is this a fake or is this a real arms dealer? It's a fake arms dealer, so I'm expecting this to build a third supply. Tunnel over here. ExCaL is playing it standard so far. He has the money for barracks and war factory. Is he contemplating another Chinook? Oh, he's doing a... Okay. Yeah, this is the approach that I was kind of alluding to. But I think this is, yeah, okay. There's the barracks. So with this approach, you at least have the barracks MDs to sort of be a deterrent to incoming techs. And if you snipe a tech with a tech RPG that's beelining for your Chinooks, then you at least have a bit of extra time before the tech RPGs harass the Chinooks to the point where they need to move. So this approach, you actually effectively are 3 supplies at the start instead of what was like 2.5 supplies because you had 3 Chinooks on 1 supply dock. You're collecting from 3 different points as opposed to 2 different points as well with this, so you are getting more income despite the same number of Chinooks. There's a tech RPG. It came from the right side, so ExCaL couldn't really intercept it. And SPL is actually gunning down the supply. He may genuinely just gun down the supply. And yeah, TNT gets denied here, but one of the supplies actually gets killed by SPL, which is actually quite good because that's gonna dock ExCal's income quite a bit. With 6 Chinooks, he can collect a lot at the same time, but he's not gonna get as much money. Like, his rate of income will be a lot slower. SPL is trading a V, gets an MTV. I would have liked him to see. I would have liked to see him focus this V. This is a Vet 2V, and that's pretty scary actually at this stage of the game. To already have a Vet 2V like this. His 2 Rangers going to the middle. I think ExCaL is trying to greed a capture upgrade from the other barracks. He can't afford it, simply because he is on 6 Chinooks. But what's SPL's expansion look like behind this? He's, again, this is kind of what we saw in the battle plan in the down the road game. That was the issue where SPL I think was pretty slow in expanding. He has this 3rd supply, yes, but he should really be on 4 supplies at this point. Especially because this supply is super free to get. Instead, SPL is investing in capture, which it's not a bad idea to get capture, but if you have the option of a supply or an oil, most of the time it's generally better to prioritize the supply first, especially if it's a base supply like this. Like, 2 oils is more than a supply barely, but why wait the capture time, the capture upgrade, the rebels walking there, when you can start collecting immediately with a 4 supply? It doesn't really make sense when you sort of frame it in that context as to weighing your options between a supply and an oil here. Abdu is asking, when will you play 3v3 Twilight Flame? I don't really have that many plans for 3v3 Twilight Flame. There is a tournament, I think, that Sahel is setting up that ExCaL posted on the forums that I'm planning to play in, but I don't really play 3v3 Twilight Flame that much in my personal, like, in my own time.
Search and destroy.
ExCal's already on a search and destroy. He's actually gonna greet a 4th supply here. Or no, he's not on a 4th, this is a 3rd, but he could actually just... At this point, you can almost call this 4 supplies if you're collecting from 3 Chinooks on each of these docks. Although ExCaL is collecting 1 here, but it doesn't really matter because there's about 1 pile left. So he is still effectively on what is still 2.5 supplies. Yeah, SPL cancelled the rebels on the artillery platforms. I think that actually would make a pretty big difference if you have control over both of these at the same time. Because it's going to be very annoying to siege and maneuver this area in general. Yeah, SPL not having the supply is pretty big. SPL is on 2 arms dealers and triple supply, but I mean, these supplies are going to exhaust soon. ExCal's already mining from the map pretty safely. Yeah, SPL is trying to capture this again, but yeah, him accidentally double tapping the rebels and cancelling those caps is pretty bad. America, are you Egyptian? Yes, I am. Why is your English so good? because I speak English as a first language. I'm a native speaker, so pretty familiar with the language. SPL actually has a very, very sneaky tunnel here. And he's getting this supply. Okay, he got this supply now, but he got it around the same time as this. He should not have to get this supply 6 minutes into the game. Hello, Collins. And ExCaL is getting control of these oils, and US on oils is pretty scary because you actually get 220 income with supply lines from each oil tick. We're gonna see if he has the supply lines. He does have it. As you saw, there's a 220 tick. This artillery platform is gonna be very annoying in the future if SPL wants to take back these oils. 2 buggies out, although the Vs might catch these techs out. A bit of overkill from the buggies. Focus the V that was already getting bursted by techs and lose 2 buggies. 2 more pop out. He might be able to finish this V. These buggies are out of position and he loses 1. No, Abdu, I don't live in the US. It sounds like I live in the US, but I don't. Let's see here. Gotta mark it out for SPL. Needs to get more workers over here. Does not have the upgrade yet. Let's see. Ambulance goes down. And 1V goes down as well. 2Vs go down. Needs to put these buggies back in the tunnel. Doesn't have another one to repop aside from here. He should take this garrison as well with the RPG. He should see that now. Though I think he is playing a bit on panic mode a little bit. SPL doesn't have this expansion either, which is pretty big. Because that's just kind of hurting his income. He's got effectively free area here and he's not taking advantage of it. Jarman gets a snipe. Tunnel finishes off the Vet 1V. Vet 2 Jarman starts getting it down. ExCaL's building an airfield. He's about to finish a particle. I would not be surprised if we start seeing a couple of Auroras even from ExCaL, just to clear up these tunnels. 1 Aurora bomb takes a tunnel down to the hole. So if you just do a scan and you target all the tunnels down with Auroras, then you can theoretically clear up an area pretty fast. And just come in with your V's follow up. Dark Knight says he gave up on the middle. Yeah, I mean, this artillery platform is going to be very annoying to recapture because it's just going to kill the rebel whenever it's trying to take the capture. At this point, I would honestly kill the artillery platform and then consider either holding the middle or just killing the oils altogether. Because this is just 2,000 for ExCaL every minute for free. Or it's not even 2,000, it's 2,200 because of supply lines. V from SPL. Buggy ammo. Buggies. And he's actually going Raptors instead. I like the Raptor option because with good split fire, you can actually kill 2 buggies with 1 Raptor. So he's actually got that advanced training as well. Very underrated upgrade. Lets your Vs vet up like crazy as well as your MDs. Let's see here. SPL finally contests this area, and yeah, now that this area is getting contested in, ExCaL is actually reliant on these oils and these base supplies. If SPL does get a good hold on the map and starts getting a big army to amass, he could honestly just funnel down one side of the map with buggies and quads and just take over their game. Another buggy goes down to the Raptor. It's a Vet 1 Raptor now. Raptor doesn't give as much veteran experience as an Aurora. Aurora gives about 200. Raptor, I think, gives about 50. Similar to a V, I think. This Pathfinder is a little annoying. The tunnels are blocking the line of sight. I think SPL's got the bounty. Let's find out. He actually does not have bounty. That's a pretty big mistake to not have bounty selected, especially because it's level 4. So he could have level 3 bounty, which is 20% for each kill. And that does add up very quickly if you're going to pick off each individual V, each individual drone, each individual MD. It's a lot of units you're killing, and you're not getting a lot of return, when in reality you should be getting a lot of money out of it. You should do a buggy pop from this tunnel to try and chip at the V army. Most of these Vs are actually quite low, so if he has quite a few quads, he could just overwhelm this army. And I think that's what SPL's trying to do, but as we can see, a Vet 3V is really tanky. And that's why veterancy on Vs makes a big difference. And now SPL is cornered to this tunnel, and it's very unsafe to pop against this many MDs. Pilots are getting sent back to the base. I like that ExCaL is recycling pilots. There is 2 drop zones, 3 drop zones. And for SPL we have 4 markets. SPL's got this right side, but ExCal's still got these oils. And every minute this ticks, it gives them so much cash. And now there's a particle actually, and there's a very juicy target here. You could just kill 2 arms dealers in the palace. ExCal's going for the markets instead. And he's gonna finish the markets and arms dealer here with the triple A10. He will still ultimately wipe out almost the entirety of the right side of SPL's base. Now ExCal's 5-star. Or he was 5-star, he was using Spectre here, I think on a market. Yeah, SPL is drying up in terms of both production and income. He needs to rebuild his palace, he needs to rebuild his arms dealers, because he's actually on 0 production at the moment. Yeah, I think ExCaL is just gonna win by sheer numbers at this stage. He's got a lot of income still. He's got these oils still. SPL is gonna attempt to get it, but there's a Pathfinder here now. So it's basically a dream to try and get these oils at this stage. I think SPL needed to kill these oils. If he wasn't planning to secure them for himself, he should have at least killed the oils. Because leaving them entirely to ExCaL just means he gets so much income. Let's see.
You have been
That's
defeated.
GG from ExCaL. Abdu, I don't mind if you think I'm American. It's all good. I don't take offense to it. Like, it's a very common thing that people mistake because of the accent. There's no, like, offense or any bad blood taken from it. يعني ما في مشكلة. كله تمام كله تمام. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what happened that game? ExCaL just got a lot of money, and SPL was kind of lackluster in terms of his macro game, I'd say. I think his strategy is actually going really well. I feel like he's actually out-strategized ExCaL when he's played the GLA, but I just think his follow-up has been pretty poor. We're gonna see now what happens. And oh, SPL's picking Echo. It's another relaxed map that's relatively newer generation. This one's pretty boxy in terms of how it plays. That I feel like is the best way to describe, because it's completely mirrored and there's so much cash on the map and so many places to play. Like it can oftentimes feel very sort of cagey if it's a mirror matchup, especially like a GLA mirror or even a China mirror here can feel quite cagey. So we got Laser and GLA again. It's the third time we see a GLA USA matchup. This time it's a GLA, no stealth anymore. And we have Laser again. So Laser for SPL in the green and stealth for ExCaL in the purple. So this is Echo. I don't think most people have seen this map, so I'll just show it a little bit. You got these two main docks. You've got a refinery in the base. In the middle, you have a couple of these crates. I think they're about 100 each. This, I think, is either 100 or 200. This might be 500, but I might be wrong. I think it's also another 100 or 200 crate. I think they are just 100 crates. We'll see now. Oh, they're 200 crates. Okay, so that's a free worker. And ExCaL just stole money with the worker. He went thief mode. And SPL is doing something that is very, very risky, which is going for all four oils. The reason I say this is very risky is if you scout one oil cap, you know that you should check all of the other three oil caps. SPL drops a ranger, but worker just does take the garrison. Oh, SPL might actually try a combat drop here. He needs to be careful about a force fire. He kills a couple of workers with the ranger, so that actually does pay off a little bit. The problem with this is that SPL is on one supply, and he's relying on getting this oil cap to work. So if SPL does get the oils, it is very good. But I think ExCaL has enough game sense to sense that something's off with the oils. There is a ranger that's dropped off on the far right. This oil actually might get taken just because it is quite sneaky. And tech does get taken out. This ranger gets denied. This ranger gets denied. So far SPL is on one supply with 0 oils behind this. So even though this looked like a really, really good start in terms of the harass, SPL is actually very, very, very far behind because he's only on one supply and one Chinook. Oh no, 2 Chinooks. If he gets surrounded, I don't think SPL even had cash to scrap deny, so he does end up giving a grenade tech. And when you're in a low income situation like this, the last thing you want to do is fight scrapped up techs. There's 2 MDs in this V. It is an empty tech. SPL's gonna try for the cap again, but I have a feeling it's gonna get denied by the grenade tech. It is. Ranger gets dropped off by the V. This guy's building a sneaky tunnel as well now there. And yeah, this is the problem with the oil caps sometimes. There's the promise of getting a lot of income, but at the same time, if it fails, you end up being very economically hurt. And SPL did also go for a super greedy CC keep as well with this. I feel like in this kind of situation, you actually might want to sell here just because it feels like too much greed on a map this small. Like there is a point where you have to consider how greedy are you playing, and this war factory is so forward. It's actually close to the garrison. ExCaL's third is gonna get denied here, but ExCaL has almost 100% surround on SPL. He just needs to close off this gap with a tunnel, and ExCaL has essentially created a wall cross map for where the V's have to fight into. Hello, Madara. Greenlandies asks who is the best expert of all time. I think most people would say ExCaL. Personally, I think in terms of superb play or my favorite expert to watch, I think Rage is by far my favorite one to watch. A lot of my playstyle is inspired by Rage as well. And a bit by Google's as well. I think Google is also very fun to watch when he plays. I think he has some fantastic mechanical skills when it comes to just playing well. There's a lot of echo on this map. Is it actual echo from my mic or is that just a joke? I genuinely can't tell. Let me just double check my OBS because now I'm worried. I think it's fine. Okay, you're just making a joke. Yeah, this war factory is getting gunned down. SPL is on 3 Chinooks but on 1 supply ultimately. Yeah, this is kind of the snowball effect of failing your oil cap. Your opponent just kind of builds up larger and larger, and by the time you actually build up to 2 supplies again, your opponent's going to have so much of the map because your early game is going to be extremely weak if it fails. And ExCaL is going to be pumping out a couple of techs. I think he did that to flatten the terrain just to make it a little easier for the techs to go in. Yeah, and also to build a tunnel. Probably was construction failure there when he tried to place the scaffold initially. Yeah, I mean, SPL has this oil now. But is it too little too late? I want to say yes, just because SPL is going to have to deal with this tunnel and these tunnels constantly. And I think the combination of getting pulled apart like this from multiple angles will just overwhelm him eventually. Simply because it's very difficult to be in 2 places at once, especially if they're so far out. And you also have to protect this oil, mind you, because ExCaL's sending in units to try and kill that oil. SPL actually hasn't taken his refinery. 10% off of vehicles. If the Dominator is watching, I would vouch for the refinery capture. So I'll vouch for the refinery capture, 10% off. I don't know if Dominator is watching. Oh yeah, that's another expert that's sometimes fun to watch. I think Dummy's base building is by far probably the best base building I've seen of any experts. He always makes these like very tidy
You have been
bases.
defeated.
This isn't even like a skill thing. This is just something I noticed when he like base builds in general. He's very good at just making tidy bases or making these very sort of funky looking bases because maybe he has a box and dozer and he's building a fire base, a strat, and a CC from behind the box. I don't know, that's just something that came to mind. So that's 5-0 for ExCaL at the moment. Oh yeah, and also a heads up, I am playing in the final of this tournament because I did beat Peace Lover on the other side of this. So I actually will be playing against the winner of this set. I think it was Laser. I'll double check that real quick. Yeah, it was Laser. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Alright, and we got SPL in pink now, instead of green. Maybe a color switch up will give him the confidence he needs to win this game. Let's see. So we got SPL in the pink GLA on the top of Echo. And we have ExCaL as the purple laser in the bottom of Echo. ExCal's building a barracks immediately. I think he's gonna build either an MD or a Ranger. Maybe try and get this crate and go for Garrison. Could also see a oil cap behind this potentially. There's an MD initially. We could also see a no eco, you know. It's not something that's out of the realm of possibility. The map is quite small, so you could just no eco. And I think that's actually what ExCal's gonna do. Now, no eco against GLA is always a bit precarious, just because you need to make sure you're not getting trapped in by technicals. But if you pressure the arms dealer from the very get-go, I like what ExCal's doing. He's sending these MDs forward immediately, so that way he's saving time loading up the V. Immediately, just shaves off a couple seconds from having to go for the MDs here at the barracks as opposed to the MDs in the middle. And there's 2 Vs already. And unfortunately for SPL, the one game where he doesn't build a tunnel next to his arms dealer is the game ExCaL goes no eco. So I think SPL might just flat out lose this because he doesn't have enough techs to overwhelm at this stage. 2 techs is not enough to deal with a no eco at this stage. Drops off a tech RPG, the grenade tech gets taken now, second tech gets killed, third tech gets killed. And I think this is going to be a very fast game. The ambulance is coming as well. It's going to be able to easily crush the RPGs, but the RPGs are just getting gunned down by the other V. Vet 1V now, and yeah, this is over, game over. Super, super quick. I mean, it is very much an underhanded tactic to go for these sorts of all-ins, but they are effective for a reason because they're either unexpected or they're just really effective in how well they are when executed right. Ambulance charges the RPGs, and he's gonna have 1 RPG and 1 tunnel left that can attack. SPL was going for a rebel behind this. Yeah, he's got a arm sealer here, but he's gonna have no income. He'll build a supply on the far left. Yeah, SPL just goes GG. Yeah, that was very, very vicious from
You
ExCaL
have
right
been
there.
defeated.
I mean, it's very much unexpected as well. You don't really see no eco that often. The last time I saw a no eco against GLA might have been from Google. It's just very rare to see that, but when it happens, it's no less of a threat than a regular no eco. Like, it's still a 2 full Vs with an ambulance that can easily threaten down whatever GLA throws, as long as the Vs don't get trapped and they're microed properly. So 6-0 for ExCaL. Match point as well. Looks like Arctic Arena is ExCal's pick. This is, in some sense, a winter oil rampage, and you'll see why very shortly. The longer the game goes, the higher the chance that the more skilled player wins. I mean, it depends on... It's not that linear. It depends on if the skill of the player is able to be translated to both early game, mid game, and late game. Let me actually lower the brightness a little bit because this map is particularly bright. I don't know why it's not changing. But anywho, we got ExCaL on the top left of Arctic Arena as purple USA. It's a bit magenta on this map. And we have SPL as the green infantry on the bottom right of Arctic Arena. So the reason I say this is like Oil Rampage's snowy counterpart is because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 oils in the middle, 2 oils, a refinery, or a reinforcement pad and a artillery platform, an oil in the base, a refinery in the base, 2 oils up here, as well as an RT platform and the reinforcement pad, and obviously likewise in ExCaL space with the refinery and the oil. Now normally I would suggest an oil grab build for both of these players. SPL is opting for what looks like a more traditional build, which is just filling up an outpost. I think this is a pretty bad idea to go War Factory this early, unless you're going Troop Crawler. Just because there's so many oils, the eco damage you deal might just be negated by oil caps. Yeah, I feel like this is SPO not adapting well to the map here, because ExCaL is already starting a couple of his oil caps. SPL is setting a dose early. Like, what I would do in this situation is not even bother with the War Factory. I'd keep CC and just spam out minigunners and capture upgrade early. You'll 1v1 rangers at the oils, and you'll be getting a ton of money, which you can translate into more production very quickly. Whether that be MiGs, War Factory units, or just infantry on the ground. Is there a Raptor out? The Raptor is out, and it snipes the outpost. But not before a minigunner gets evac'd. Yeah, ExCaL's on a 4 oil eco boom at the moment. He's gonna get a second supply. Building up a nice line of fire bases, just so he wards off any vehicles. Didn't Fargo beat Peace Lover? How did Peace Lover make the semifinals and not Fargo? Fargo forfeited and left the tournament, so Peace Lover ended up progressing by default. Dozer gets denied up here from SPL. SPL is now going for his own caps, but problem with this is that he's gonna be getting this oil eco boom a little bit late. But having said that, ExCaL is actually getting pushed from the middle a little bit. He will get this oil because he did clear the minigunner with a flashbang. But SPL is gonna have this middle oil, and he will have this right hand oil. SPL, I think, is also planning on researching napalm. Yeah, this is also the issue with selling CC, because if you're on a wide eco map like this, and you have so much money in the world, no amount of money makes a difference if you're hunted anyways and you can't make production. And ExCaL recognized that, and he just kills the last dozer. So now SPL is bottlenecked to 2 barracks, an airfield, and a war factory for production. 3 barracks, but this barracks can very easily be camped if he just sends 3 Vs here. So this is why on high income maps you don't really want to be selling that much. Another Raptor kill on an outpost. This is the 3rd successful Raptor strike. This Raptor's really paid for itself. Or no, the other Raptor died on the way out, but obviously the Raptors in general have paid off. Can you speak Arabic today? Mohammed, I've answered that question before and I'm not gonna answer it again. I'm sorry. Like, I spoke a little bit of Arabic as well, even in the stream earlier. Out of fun, but let's remember this is not just Arabic viewers watching, there is other viewers that watch who don't speak Arabic.
Search and destroy.
This guy's getting a search and destroy, and he's now getting a CC as well behind it. He's already built it for a while, but I mean, this is so dire in SPL's position. Barracks is gonna get taken out by the Raptor. Barely misses out the kill, but he can even finish off this barracks with an artillery platform. Do you like Sahel? Yeah, I like Sahel. Sahel is nice. I enjoy his content. I watch it every now and then. His casts are quite entertaining. Very much hype casting. Reminds me of football. Like when you see Arabic commentators commentating out of for football, they usually do it with a lot of emotion in their voice. Artillery platform gets taken by SPL, but its barracks will get locked down anyways. Parks 2 Flash Rangers, one of them will capture the artillery platform. MiGs are kind of failing a bit, and by kind of I mean completely failing. All 4 MiGs go down for essentially 2 Vs. SPL is flaming down the oils, but at this point, if you're hunted, it's only a matter of time until a double A10 kills the barracks and airfield or kills the war factory. If ExCaL even wanted to, he could just make an Aurora, force fire on the buildings, and be done with it. That's also one way he can just kill SPL aside from the 7 other ways he has with this much money. Why the heck SPL does this build? I'm not sure, Exile. I just think SPL isn't really adapting to the maps we're usually seeing in terms of build orders. I think ExCaL is, generally speaking, had the better build order every game. Arguably, you can't really say no eco is a better build order in the 6th game, but if we're looking at the other 5 games, or I guess the other 6 games at this point, I'd have to say SPL's build order has typically been better. I think there were games where SPL was positionally much better than ExCaL, but I just don't think he's really taken advantage of that sort of better positioning, like when he had a tunnel behind a supply in the US GLA games, or the US stealth games. When you do it, you need to pay extra attention to Raptor? Yeah, that's the issue as well. If you're on a big map like this, you can very easily sneak in an airfield. Like, typically, I really dislike going Raptor as vanilla US, or even super weapon. Like, I think the Raptor build is genuinely bad. But if you're on a big map like this, you can get away with it. And the reason I say the Raptor build I think is bad is because if you just do an evac, because you anticipate the Raptor, then the Raptor kind of doesn't pay for itself, because you're still just going to walk infantry, unless you're buying time for oils. But even then, you still have to deal with a massive infantry plop, and yeah, ExCaL's now on snipers, and I don't really see how SPL wins. SPL could have 20k in the bank, but it wouldn't really matter if all that's going to happen at this stage is ExCal's just gonna infinitely bunker until general powers. Yeah, ExCal's just building an art of defense around this southern border of his base. SPL has the reinforcement pads, so he will get 3 troop crawlers, which is nice, but you can't really beat an S&D death blob like this. Especially without ECM and with snipers as well. Fire Biscuit's taken out, but that's in exchange for the entire army of SPL. There is a Bunker Licks, and it is an influx, so it's pretty deadly. But I doubt this will really achieve much. Yeah, ExCal's getting Auroras. He's gonna finish off SPL's production. This is exactly what I was thinking. And I think that's on the airfield. Yep, and that's gonna be the last airstrike for the MiGs. So once these MiGs fire, there's no reloading them. Yeah, ExCaL can literally just wait until he has money for Auroras to kill SPL. He doesn't have to do anything at this stage. I think it's safe to say that ExCaL has most certainly won this set. Another Bunker Licks in the top right, but again, even if this Bunker Licks kills the rest of, like, these Chinooks, ExCaL still has these oils. He actually has one oil, and SPL does have the map, but when you're in a position like this where all you really need to do is kill production, you can just wait your general powers or use Auroras to finish off the production and then just camp it out. SPL forces a sell on that supply. ExCaL is actually quite low on money, but again, he doesn't really have a lot of leverage against ExCal's army, especially without MiGs. And these are outposts without ECMs. They're not exactly gonna threaten this army if it's kited correctly. SPL is saving his MiGs. I do like that he is trying to find a perfect position to attack this army. He might time the MiGs with some RPGs from the outposts. Troop crawler is going in. It might actually kill 2 Avengers. But snipers are just gonna make mincemeat out of the minigunners. MDs are laser locking. And SPL actually caught ExCaL in a bit of a tight corner. But he's managed to hold, and I mean, how much more follow-up can you really get, especially without a war factory? And that's GG from SPL, and that is the set. That's 7-0 to
You have
ExCaL.
been defeated.
Hello, humanity. And yeah, that's a 7-0. A very, very convincing set for ExCaL. Let me ring up ExCaL. Maybe he wants to do a post-set interview, and since we're also going to be playing the finals, it's going to be a little bit of fun to sort of poke fun at him on that regard. Let me see. Oh, ExCaL has to dash. He can't. Very convincing set there from Sir ExCaL there. Really good stuff. When you see a clean sweep like that, you gotta admire the sort of play it requires to not drop a single game. So with that in order, let's see what we can cook up in terms of sets. See if there's any other sets going on. If not, I will probably call it a day. Marikar, what about stream in 140p? Um, there should be 1080p as an option, and I don't think it makes that much of a difference. And the reason it's not 140p is because, or 1440p is because I don't think my setup can handle it. Maybe I'll test that in the future. We'll see. Hello, Jazza. Nice to see you. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, let me just check around to see if we can play a couple games. Because we do have a pretty large audience here to work with. Maybe we can get some nice games going. Hopefully we can get a couple games going. If not, I will probably call it a day. No minigunners in the outpost. There were minigunners, but I think that was the least of SPL's problems. I think it was just a build order issue. Has nothing to do with whether there was a minigunner or not. Also looks like the expert round robin set between Staz and Scuba finished while I was casting. Lot of lot of talking there, to say the least. And I don't think Scuba and Staz were the only sources of that talking. Just double check if there's any games going on. Could also try a free-for-all. One versus Staz. I think Staz is just relaxing for the moment. He had a pretty heated set versus Scuba earlier. I don't think it would be wise of me to pester him for games right after a set like that. See if we can get a free-for-all going, you know? I'm just trying to look on Game Ranger, see if I can find anything. Hmm. Issue is there's no free-for-all games right now on Game Ranger. Could alternatively try Revora, but Revora is pretty laggy. Let's see. Let me host the game. Or host the Pro Rules. Free-for-all, see how many we can get. Just bear with me, guys. I will be trying to see if I can get any games going. So this may take a couple minutes. Let me also put the backdrop. There we go. just gonna wait a little bit here, see if we can find any games. Hopefully we can. Just give this a moment. It just finished just as I started my stream. Oh, that's good to know. There's a Defcon Pro Rules that's already going on, but unfortunately it has already started. There's a 3v3. Could potentially join in on that. Let's see. Let's try the 3v3. Algans is hosted a 3v3. And I think we actually have 6 players, so we may very shortly have a 3v3 set up. So no free for all, but 3v3 is okay for me. I don't consider myself a team game titan, but I do enjoy them. Yeah, Zerk, I know you're interested to see a free-for-all, but not many free-for-alls going on right now. I already checked. So I might just play this 3v3. Oh, I think my Game Ranger froze for a second. Oopsie. Not sure what happened. Let me rejoin. Could probably do a 2v2 then with this setup. We have 4 players. We do have players for a 3v3, but we're just waiting on them to join. So far we got Algans, Agent Akira, Choke, myself, and Magical. Curious to see how this one goes. Hello, H. Oh, Memphis. I think this is a good player. I forget who Memphis is, but I think Memphis is a known player. This is a nice lineup of players. Okay, nice. They started the game, so we shall be playing a 3v3 on Defcon. Is the game full? Yeah, it is, Alfie. Sorry to say. Don't have cyan. Pick pink. Let me edit the stream title as well. So me choking magical. And I'm the middle player. Should be fun. Ooh, I like this already.
I'm just a peasant. Can I have some shoes?
Choke needs to scan his side.
I will work. What do you want with me? This is hard work.
It's a tank.
I will work. Oh, that was a lot of work. I will work. What do you want with me? I will work. I'm just a peasant. I'm hungry.
Let's see if we can tunnel up
I
choke.
will work. I will obey.
Upgrade
This may be
complete.
painful. I will work. That was a lot of work. I'm just a peasant. I will work. Cannot we live in peace? Ready for war. I will work. I will obey. Yes. I'm hungry. I
think
will
I'm
work.
spamming
My hands
a
are
bit
in
too
obey.
many
Does
workers.
it have to be so
Focus
far?
side
I'm
magical.
just a peasant. I
Okay.
will work. Cannot we live in peace? Hope I'm still lucky today. I will obey. I'm hungry. Work is complete. What do you want with me? That was a lot of work.
Not the greatest box.
A
Okay.
beacon
I will
has been
obey.
placed. Upgrade complete.
I'm just a peasant. I will work. Ow! Okay, I will work.
Done and ready.
Cannot we live in
We
peace?
fear nothing. It still runs.
It's a GLA in between.
Load it! Let's fight. We will claim it for ourselves. It still runs. We take what we need. It still runs.
I am finished with the building.
Shh! I
Do
sense
not
danger
hurt
may be
me.
near in the fight.
Cannot we live in peace?
What do you want? What?
Building construction has been
Load it!
completed.
A warrior has
Ah.
fallen.
Squad gunner.
Bad mine hit.
I'm
We have
hungry.
captured the building. We have
Cannot we
captured the
live in
building.
peace?
They will break and shatter.
I'm just a peasant.
Don't get in my bad side.
I think that mine hit might be costly.
Squad gunner. Stay close to something.
I don't really have anything for these gats right now.
I'll get there.
A warrior has fallen.
A lot of work.
The tunnels will protect us. Get them! Get them now! Our courage will be seen by all. We must occupy that structure.
I think choke is very dead here.
Danger may be near. Quick, ready yourself. The enemy may be near. You must be careful.
Building construction has
A
been
warrior has fallen.
What?
Ow! Okay, I will work.
Land must be preserved. The tunnels will protect us. Attack before they attack us.
A warrior has fallen.
get on
I'm
my bad
hungry.
side.
A warrior has fallen.
I'll puncture the next thing. Pour on the floor.
Do not hurt me.
The tunnels will protect us. You must be careful.
Oh man, my supply.
I'll get there.
That's annoying.
A warrior has fallen.
Still got him.
Pour on the floor. Don't get on my bad side.
I will work.
I'll puncture the next thing that moves. Quad cannon.
I will work.
This is risky.
Yes, yes. We have captured the
A warrior has fallen. A beacon has been placed.
What's going on?
I will work.
I'll puncture the next thing.
Our base is in peril.
The tunnels will protect us. Get on my bad side. I do not have patience for this.
He is pushing
I'm
into tank
hungry.
space.
Quad cannon.
I will work.
Don't push
I
me.
may just try something.
What?
I will work.
Huh? I'll get there. What? Huh? Yes, yes.
A beacon has been placed.
What?
Cannot we live in peace?
Huh? Don't get on my bad side. What?
I will
Going.
work. Oh, okay, okay. I will work.
Big kill if we can kill the tank actually.
How about the test drive, huh? I don't want these.
A warrior has fallen.
What do you want?
Quad cannon. Yes, yes.
Would be a pretty good kill.
I will work. I'm just a peasant.
Need a new vehicle?
Cannot we live in peace?
What? Don't get on my bad side.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
I can drive in. Quad cannon.
A warrior has fallen.
Flamer.
Begin stitching.
Sight unseen. Well calculated
Don't
move.
get on my
Will
bad
They
the
won't
side.
expect
destruction
anything.
Do not hurt me.
Quad cannon. What? Yes, don't
yes.
get on my bad side. Don't get on my bad side. Don't push
A
me.
warrior has fallen.
Ow.
Don't
Okay,
get on my
okay. I
bad
will
side.
work.
Quad cannon.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
Don't get on my bad
I
side.
will work.
A warrior has fallen.
I will work. I'm just a peasant.
Going.
I will work.
Four on the floor. I do not have patience
Let's
for
try
this.
and kill this and take over the base.
Yes.
Our way is through.
I'm hungry.
Quad cannon.
I'll work.
Okay,
I will
over
work.
there.
Ow. Okay,
Four on the
okay.
floor.
I will work.
Going.
I will work.
Don't get on my bad side. Yes, yes.
I will obey. This is hard work.
Huh? What?
It is a tank,
I'll get there.
I will work.
so I'm not that worried, especially with the US vetted guys.
Going. Don't get on my
I'll
bad
work.
side.
A warrior has fallen.
Yes, yes.
Do not hurt me.
Don't get on my bad side.
What idiot.
What? Stop the machinery. Thing that moves.
I will work.
No cost is too
Four on
great.
the floor. What?
I will work.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
I will obey.
What? Going.
Alright, that's tank out.
Quad cannon.
And he's sold, so the mines get deleted.
Start the machinery.
Do not
A
hurt.
warrior has fallen.
What's my base looking
I'm
like?
hungry.
Four on the floor. They are brittle, huh? What? Don't push me. Car shopping.
Cannot we live in peace? Yes. I'm hungry.
Don't get on
Palace
my
here.
bad side.
Do not
What?
hurt me.
Stop them dead in their tracks.
That was a lot
We have
of work.
captured the
Don't get on my bad side. Four on the floor. Quad cannon. I'll get there. Don't get on my bad side.
Our biggest concern at this point is gonna be this tank army and holding against.
A warrior has fallen.
Oh no!
A beacon has been
Choke got
placed.
kicked.
Get on my bad side. I do not have patience.
That's massive.
Homes are in peril.
That's very bad.
Go on, cannon.
Do not hurt me.
A warrior has fallen.
Get on my bad side.
Very bad that choke got kicked.
Stay close to safety.
Don't think he expected it
I'm
either.
hungry. I will do the
Prepare
best I
to
can.
fight. Guarding the GLA underground.
What? I
A
can
warrior has fallen.
Don't get on my bad side. Going.
Let's go this
A
tunnel.
beacon has been placed.
Our base is in
Four
peril.
on the floor. Sight and see. Always wanted. Quad cannon. Yes.
I can't help against that at the same time.
I will obey. If that is
A warrior has fallen.
And he's on power still.
what do you want,
Damn.
I will work.
Upgrade complete.
I will work.
Well, if I get this off,
Our work is complete.
we might be able to BS
A warrior has fallen.
tank space here. Although, I need to win this engage. Yeah, I didn't win it. That's bad.
I will obey. Do not hurt me. A lot of work.
Nothing will stop us. I sense danger moving near.
I had to win that engagement.
Quick, ready yourself. We must be careful.
Bus coming.
I'm just a peasant.
The tunnels will protect us.
What do you want with me?
How about the test drive?
With a lot of work. Cannot we live in peace?
Okay, now, where are we going next?
Shh. I sense danger may be near.
Huh? I'll get
You got the
there.
tunnel up
I
again.
will work.
Don't push me.
That's really annoying.
Hey, be careful with the upholstery.
What do you want
Especially
with me? I will
with power.
work.
Quad cannon.
Our land
I will
must be
obey.
preserved.
It is not looking too good, is it? I will work. Cannot we live in peace? Our work is complete. I will work.
Guarding the GLA underground. I sense danger may be near.
to west. Okay, now, where are we going next? Ah, yes, we will take this path. Ah, yes, we will take this path. Ah, yes, we will take this path. Ah, yes, we will take this path.
Just play it
You
super
there,
safe.
come along with us.
Cannot we
Okay,
live
now,
in
where are we
peace?
going next? We'll get there soon enough.
A warrior has fallen.
Huh?
Cannot we live in peace?
The new camo netting has arrived.
What?
That is gonna be tough.
Okay, now, where are we going next?
What's the new
Yes,
camo
I
netting
will
has
do the
arrived.
best I can.
We have no time to waste.
Ah, my bus. It's dead. It's really bad.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank. A warrior has fallen.
Very bad to lose that.
Our work is complete. Here I go.
Our land
Upgrade
guarding the
complete.
GLA underground.
Yes, I will
Big
obey.
problem is gonna be this middle. I don't really know how we're gonna break middle.
Thank you for the new
Don't
shoes.
get on my bad
What's
side.
Magical's base look like?
The next thing that moves.
What do you want with me?
Severely wounded.
Huh?
Our land must be
Preparing my
preserved.
tools. Don't get on my bad side.
No one escapes.
Oh, that could be massive. Keep this dozer alive. Where's my Jarman?
I await the target.
Massive
I'm
win.
hungry.
That's so huge.
Do not hurt me.
A warrior has fallen.
Let's build. Looks promising. My pen will do good for you in battle.
I will obey.
I build for China.
The tunnels will protect
Come
us.
along.
There's his own counter push.
I will work.
Hey, be careful with the opponent.
I will work.
No one escapes.
Could be
A
spectacular
warrior has
timing.
fallen.
No one escapes. Anything else?
That's really good.
What station
We
you
are
need,
upgrading to
What do you
armor-piercing
want?
bullets.
I'm just a peasant. Cannot really.
Now we can
No
play the
cost
game.
is too great.
I'm hungry. This
What?
hammer is
Don't push me.
I just need a scan and we're good.
Let's build.
I am finished with the building.
Four on the floor. Quad gun. Okay, now, where are we going? Four on the floor. I do not have patience for this.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Yes, that is a lot
Expanding
of work.
service area. I
Four
hear
on the
you.
floor.
Building construction
Yes,
has been
yes.
completed. Our work is complete. Do not hurt me. I'm just a peasant. I'm just a peasant.
Let's kick up some dirt.
Quad cannon.
Just play a little bit of art of defense here.
I'll
I am waiting. Who's the
A
target?
warrior has fallen.
quad cannon. Yes, yes.
I am
What is
finished
it?
with the building. I will obey.
We have more body ammo now.
Go. One hit.
A warrior has fallen.
What about of supplies?
Ah, my
Be
bus.
careful. The enemy has built a scudstone.
Okay. That's the power as well.
Finished with do not hurt me.
Our homes are in
I will
peril.
do what I must.
Quad cannon.
A warrior has fallen.
Four on the floor.
Guarding the GLA underground. My plan will do good for you and that.
Don't get on that bad side.
Cannot
Bring
really- I am
Come along.
finished
what I
with the
can.
building.
Quad cannon.
I'm just a peasant.
A warrior has fallen.
Four on the floor. Stop the machinery.
Our land must be preserved.
What?
General, our
Get
land
on
is
my
being
Stop them
attacked.
getting their trucks.
I ride in my duty.
Get on my back. Quad cannon. Don't push me.
I am waiting.
A warrior has fallen.
Has been completed.
I'll puncture the next thing that goes. What? Punch it.
No one escapes.
Do not hurt me.
It's my bad.
Puncture the next thing.
Yes.
Quad cannon. Four on the floor.
I am waiting.
I'll puncture the next thing that moves.
Our base is under attack.
A warrior has fallen.
Preparing my tools.
Guarding the GLA underground.
Try and weasel our way through this.
Guarding the GLA underground. The higher order shall reign.
A warrior has fallen.
I do not have patience for
I'm
this.
just a peasant.
Prepare to take what is ours.
What do you want with me?
Don't get on my
Cannot
back.
we live in peace?
Let's my power down.
Nice location. Let's take a look. I am ready.
A warrior has fallen.
Lost most of my base. Okay.
Here's the target.
We have captured the
Where's his buses? Doing that.
Four on the floor.
The higher order shall reign.
What?
No cost is too great. Will be seen by all.
Protect his army.
Let's build the next thing that moves. China has been
That is a lot of work.
Don't get
do
on
you
my
want
bad
with
side. Quad cannon. I'll get there. Stop the machinery.
It's getting there.
Stop them getting their trucks.
Bad angle.
I am waiting.
A warrior has fallen.
Preparing my tools.
What? Yes, yes.
Stay close to
Quad
safety.
cannon. Don't get on my bad side.
Guarding the GLA
Squad
underground
cannon.
is complete. My
Let's
plan will do
build.
Issue is the GLI still has the whole middle.
Four on the floor. Going.
So this looks good, but
will obey.
it's really not that amazing.
Going. Don't push me.
Don't get on my bad side.
Might be Lotus.
I do not have patience for this.
We have discovered an enemy Black Lotus.
What?
That
Begin
was a lot
stitching.
of work. Cannot we live in peace?
Prepare to fight.
What? Huh? Quad cannon. Don't push me.
I'm hungry. Do not hurt me. Are there not better tools?
What? Quad cannon. Yes, yes.
I don't think the tank is that loaded in cash either.
What?
A warrior has fallen.
Maybe near.
4 on the
Oh,
floor.
that's just really irritating.
Don't get on my bad side.
I will obey.
Quad cannon. Four on the floor.
Over there.
What? Okay, now, where are we going next?
Building construction has been completed. I am finished with that. Is what you want. I
It's
will
actually getting
obey.
the scud.
Preparing my tools.
A warrior has fallen.
Four on the floor.
Roads out. Prepare to fight.
What's tank space look like?
A beacon has been placed.
No one escapes. I will
There
reach
are no
there.
more supplies to carry.
A warrior has fallen.
Yep, tank's army is dead.
Let us see what they are up to.
Cannot we live in peace?
Anything else?
I will
I
work.
hear you. This won't take long.
I will work.
Guarding the GLA underground.
Get on my bad side. Going.
Preparing my tools. I will
Quad
sleep
cannon.
in.
Yes, yes.
Let's just clear up the middle.
Going.
Ow! Okay, I will
Get
work.
on my bad side. Yes, yes.
Oh, that carpet.
A warrior has fallen.
Okay, that. I'm glad I didn't continue down.
Going. Stop them dead in their tracks. Begin stitching. Four on the floor. I'll get there. Stop them dead in their tracks. I'll get
No
there.
one escapes.
Huh? Yes, yes. Going. Quad cannon. They are brittle. They will break and shatter. They will break and shatter.
It's like, wow,
Break and
we
shatter.
won that.
Huh?
That was a good comeback.
We are victorious.
It's a very good
A
comeback.
warrior has fallen.
Yeah, Choke kind of got killed in the very beginning to Super Rush. You saw that tunnel in your peripheral as well. You panned over but didn't register it was cyan color. I was focused on other things, so if it was in my vision, I probably just slipped over it because I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Always like to have US. Droning top. See who their middle is. Stealth. Nuke. US.
Let's get to work. What's the story? Keep 'em busy.
Bring on the
Barracks is a
scaffold
bit
for
late
me.
because I typed that, but
All on the job.
should be fine. Not too worried about these armies.
All finished. Let's build. Loud and clear. All finished. What's the mission, sir? What's the story? Have a job for me? Construction. Always
What's the mission,
ready.
sir? Need a delivery, General?
New construction. Sounds good.
What's the
Loud
mission, sir?
and clear. Make my own
Army's
road.
elite. Need
Something
a delivery,
for
everyone.
everyone.
Need a point man. Take a new position.
Oh, signing for this. Something for everyone.
All finished. Let's build. New construction.
Upgrade
I got the
complete.
goods. Right on schedule.
Right here.
Oh, his garrison got dropped. That's gonna be pretty annoying to do.
Always prepared.
Always ready. Have a job for me.
Need a point man.
Upgrade
prepared.
complete.
Ready for action.
Army's elite.
Serving our country. Provisions en route.
Might be on my... He might run into the EMP. Yeah, he did.
Let me launch.
Oh, no way.
Signing for this.
I'll fire at anything.
Unit lost.
Over in there.
That's funny.
I want to blow something up.
Let's build.
We
Let
have
me
their
launch
building.
one. Laser guidance ready.
Building
My
is
missile
up.
launcher right here.
Ready for
Building
action.
capture
I need to
complete.
take
Ready
that
for
quick.
action. Buck it up.
The building
Got
is
my missile
captured,
launcher
sir.
right
Beacon
here.
detected.
Breaking loose.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Lay in
Gonna
the
go
foundation.
quick S&D, I think.
Buck it up.
Have a job for me.
Got my missile launcher right here. Enabling laser sights. Yeah.
How about a lift?
Got my missile launcher right here.
Humvee here. Buck it up. Oh,
Got my
be careful
missile
now.
launcher right here. Got
Let's
my
go.
missile launcher right Let here. me launch one. Huh?
Gonna
About a
take
lift.
that for
Let's go.
any
I'll
more.
Fire
Got
an
my
anything.
missile
Launcher right here. Here comes trouble.
Army's elite.
Got
On the
my
go.
missile launcher right here.
What's the story?
Oh, they want to seal that
Humvee
off
here.
as
Let's
well.
pop
Come
some
on in.
tanks.
Oh, be careful now. Let's go for it.
Special forces here.
Got room
Come
for
on
five.
attention.
Got room for five.
Who needs help? Move!
Got my missile launcher right here.
Loaded with U.S.
Lay in
quality.
the foundation.
Got my
Come
missile
on in.
launcher
Let's just
right
seal
here.
this.
Breaking loose. You want some of this? Ha, this
Got my
should be
missile
fun.
launcher right here.
Whoa! Let's go.
Got my missile launcher right here. Let me launch one. Over. Huh?
Breaking
Any more
loose.
projects?
Got room for five. Let's
Got
go
my missile
for it.
launcher right here.
Beacon detected.
Got my missile launcher right
How
here.
about a lift? Breaking loose. Let's go for it.
Any more projects?
Whoa! Got room for five. Let's go. How about a lift? Oh yeah.
Oh
Breaking
shit.
loose.
We gotta deal with that.
Looks like a good run. Breaking loose.
I'll
Upgrading
fire
the
at
new
anything.
supply line.
Got my
New
missile
construction?
launcher right here.
Yeah, I can't
Come on in.
Let me
let
launch
that
one.
Unit
happen.
lost.
How about a lift?
Got my
That
missile
one.
launcher
Whoa!
right here.
Always
Got room
ready.
for five. Let's go.
Got my missile
Oh,
launcher
be careful.
right
Humvee
here.
here. Oh yeah. Got room for five. How about a lift? Humvee here. Looks like a good run.
I'll fire
On the
at
trail.
anything.
Oh, come on in. Oh yeah.
He's not hunted, so
Building is captured,
we're
sir.
in an
Humvee
okay
here.
spot still.
Rip it up. Looks like a good run. Whoa. Let's go.
Not
Looks like a
with
good
that.
Unit
I can
lost.
Come on in.
mark this that
Got
well
room for
though.
five. Humvee here. Let's go. Oh yeah. Looks like a good run. Got room for five.
Okay, that's good
Come on
enough.
in. Pushing the envelope. Passing overhead. Humvee here. Avionics online.
Oh wow.
How about a lift?
US just
Oh,
got
be careful now.
obliterated.
Supersonic aircraft. Come on in. Got room for five.
Unit lost.
Come on in.
Where's the tunnel?
Got room for five.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Looks like a good run. Humvee here. How about a lift?
Got my missile launcher
job
right
Come on
here.
in. How about a lift?
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Oh yeah.
Warning, nuclear missile silo detected.
High-speed bomber ready for takeoff. Pushing the envelope.
Mix two.
Got room for five. Oh, be careful now. Oh yeah. Oh, be careful now. Come on in. Got
Beacon
room for five.
detected.
Oh wow. It looks like they're just dead in their base anyways.
How about a lift? Let's go.
Pretty okay with that.
Supersonic aircraft.
Yeah? Ooh, can't do that. Good area.
Got room for five. Humvee here.
Unit lost.
Whoa! Oh, be careful now. Breaking the sound barrier. Come on in. Oh yeah. Let's go for it. Break it loose.
Someone
Humvee
injured?
here. Looks like a good run. Whoa! How about a lift?
You are victorious. Unit lost.
Okay. That's nice. Oh, doesn't that mean match costs the room? If he does that.
We have big plans.
Oh, we got an Air Force. Sweet. I might just bunker him up. What's he got?
Building the Chinese Empire. China has been generous. Build orders complete, sir. I built for China.
Bunker up Air Force, I think, here.
Build orders complete, we have big plans.
But I don't really gotta do shit, in all honesty. Except make sure he stays alive.
China has been generous. Building is complete. We have big plans. It will look real nice when it's done.
Let's pick up some goods.
I don't want to see who their last is, but I
Mini gunner reporting for duty.
will probably just play it safer.
We will live in prosperity.
Whoa, this is super aggro. What the hell? Why is he building the airfield all the way there? I think it's because it's a small spot.
Tank hunter here.
That's probably why.
China's rocket
Yes.
soldier.
Understood.
Enemy tanks out there.
Let's pick up some goods.
A beacon has been placed.
Aw, shit, it's their own Air Force. That's really annoying. But that's actually not that bad.
Is complete. Build orders complete, sir. China.
Hi, dozers. You are most certainly right.
Mini gunner reporting for duty.
We will live in prosperity.
We are the Red Guard. Right away. Immediately. came from me.
China has been generous.
Standing attention. Minigunner reporting for duty. Ready for a drive-by, boys?
Let's build. Let's
Ready
take a
for
look.
orders. Next up, the front lines. We are the Red Guard.
Unit lost.
We'll tear through their armor. We will live in prosperity.
Standing
I
attention.
mean, the issue is you're gonna have to deal with Air Force and Inf, which is very dirty combo.
Spin up the gun. Red Guard. Our miniguns will destroy the enemy. For orders. Nothing will stop our attention. Defenders of peace. Standing attention.
Dragon tank.
Building is complete.
Let us get closer.
Let's build.
Unit lost.
Very good
Ready for
plan,
order.
General.
People's
Pressure
army.
level set.
Yes.
Oh shit, he's actually getting owned pretty hard. That's bad.
Temperature stable. Let us get
A beacon
closer.
has been placed.
Everything ready here.
The People's Army. Defenders of peace. We are
Unit
the Red Guard.
lost.
Did I get hunted? Not yet.
Has been generous.
Liking the CC
Ready
now.
for orders. The People's Army. Immediately.
You get the location.
We are the Red Guard. Moving now, sir.
I think I can hear them. Do you hear something? Yes, better. Relocating. Hey, let's go where the chopper is. Moving
Nothing
operations.
will stop our bullets.
I think I can hear them.
Yes.
Tank hunter here.
Defenders of peace.
You get the location.
A beacon has been placed.
I think I can hear them. Let's go where the chopper is.
We are the Red Guard.
We'll tear through their armor.
Defenders of peace. We are the Red Guard. Attacking our base.
Ah, he's fucking up big time.
Everything I hear.
The People's Army. We are the Red Guard.
Build orders
The
complete,
People's
sir.
Army. Minigunner reporting for duty. Our miniguns will destroy the enemy. Nothing will stop our bullets.
Unit lost.
Defenders of peace.
Adjusting frequency.
The People's Army. Moving now, sir.
Enemy tanks out there.
He needs to be very careful.
I like the big
Unit lost.
Yes. Understood.
I think I can hear them. Moving operations.
Upgrade
The
complete.
enemy. I will tell you everything. Do you hear something?
tank hunter here. Track down the enemy.
Adjusting frequency. Yes, better.
Minigunner reporting for duty.
Unit lost.
I think I can hear them.
Nothing will stop our bullets.
He's not gonna hunt me. I have my CC already.
This is
I'm
tight
fine.
schedule.
Minigunner reporting for duty.
You get the location.
Tear through their armor.
Yes, better.
A beacon has been placed.
Needs to do something though.
You get the location.
He's letting his raps die.
I can hear them.
Let's build. Nice location.
Adjusting frequency.
Tear through their armor.
Do you hear something? Yes,
Our base
better.
is being
Do you hear
attacked.
something?
Tear through their armor.
Our miniguns will destroy the enemy.
There's all the Manchis.
Moving operations. Do you hear something? We'll get the location. Relocating.
A beacon has been placed.
China has been generous.
I think I can hear them.
Unit lost.
He's losing more.
The big targets.
Let's get the location. The enemy. Adjusting frequency. We'll get the location.
He's gonna lose a ton
Unit
of
lost.
Manchis for that. Yeah.
Moving operations.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Into the enemy. Moving operations. Hey, let's go with the chopper. Moving operations. Hey, let's go with the chopper.
He's absolutely picking the wrong fights.
There are no more supplies here.
These Comanches so far. Okay, so
Where do you want
bunkering
these?
there.
This is tight schedule. Where is the nearest depot?
What happened?
Resuming
Did
the
he just
supply
give
route.
the GLI power?
Construction is complete.
No,
Adjusting
I think he
frequency.
just quit.
Everything I hear.
Who does that go to? That's the air. So it is power spam.
I'm carrying the big gun. Build.
Watching
That's
that.
a good choice.
Also GP.
Keep the money flowing. We have big plans.
Nice.
We are victorious.
Hi, key please. Make sure to message Zezon for a key, ExCaL. I'm sure he does a key giveaway. Oh, I think he meant the mid-game Comanche transition. See Scout Light. There is a point where you can go Comanches when you're full airfields. Magical Air was way better. His air was actually kind of good. No disrespect. I think he actually did a good job with the Air Force. I think it was a good idea though to bunker up Air Force. As long as the Air Force takes off, I don't really have to worry. Oh, I'm flank now. Choke is DCing. Oh no. Back to the room we go. Choke said his game crashed. Spam minigunners. Yeah, there's a delay on the stream, so remember guys, there's a delay, so I'm not gonna exactly be able to see these suggestions in live time. I'm a flank spot. Cool. Choke is in the middle again. My bad. Let's see. Oh, Air Force. Sweet.
Let's build.
Need to see who's here. Demo. US. Nice.
New construction. Laying the foundation. That one's done. Good area. That one's done. What's the story? I'll build anywhere.
Little worried about.
What's the mission, sir? On the job. Need a point, man? On the go. Finished. Always ready. What's the mission, sir? Always prepared. Heading out. What's the mission, sir?
He is gonna missile defender
What's the
MD
mission?
drop
Special
as well.
forces here. Entering the structure. All finished. Clocked in. What's the mission, sir? Want to make some improvements? What's the
Definitely gonna
mission,
need
sir?
help.
Good.
Yeah.
Got my
I
missile
got the
launcher
goods.
right
Ready
here.
for action. Rally point confirmed.
Enabling laser
Precise
sights.
and powerful.
Keep it safe.
Okay, fellas, you ready?
I want to blow something Enabling laser sights.
I will get a Raptor off though.
Any more projects? They're attacking our base.
I'm not
Unit
selling
lost.
CC either, so this is kind of okay for me.
I got the goods.
Upgrade complete.
I'll fire at anything. Let's pop some tanks.
Special forces here.
I want to blow something up.
Unit lost.
Something for
What's the
everyone.
mission, sir?
Our laser should keep them off.
Always prepared. Need a point,
Exactly what I need.
Yep. Flying high. Layering them up. Got it. Got it.
We are
Oh,
cruising.
sign in for this.
We are cruising.
Got it.
Unit lost.
Yep. We are cruising.
Perfect.
Army's elite. Ready for action. Need a point, man?
Where's my Chinook?
I got the goods.
General, our base is under attack.
Our building is being captured. Beacon detected. Our building is being captured.
Raptor here. Copy that.
Our building is being captured.
Got it.
Layering them up. We are cruising.
Oh, please deny this.
We have their building.
That's game ending.
Copy that.
That's gonna be game ending, I think.
Ready for action. Taking
King
new
Raptor
position.
here.
Unit lost.
Listening.
Need a point, man? On the go.
Oh,
Taking charge.
that was very close.
Beacon detected.
Need a delivery, General?
What's the mission, sir?
He will probably try for more drops, so
I'm listening.
What's the
Under
mission,
control.
sir? What's the
Unit
mission, sir?
lost.
need to keep hitting him.
We have their building. Ready for action. On the go.
Keep it safe.
Army's elite. Taking new position. Secure and occupy.
Something for everyone.
Upgrade
elite.
complete.
Oh, sign in for this. Loaded with U.S.
Any more
quality.
projects?
Oh, that's a massive V push.
New construction.
I actually might get laser guided missiles early.
Let's get to work.
Beacon detected.
Always ready.
Laser defense is ready. Roger that. We'll take this area. Yep. On patrol.
Need a point, man? We'll take it from here. Flying
Laser defense is ready. Should keep 'em off.
Let's just kill the Tovies.
Raptor here. We control the skies. Laser defense is ready. King Raptor here.
That's so annoying.
Unit lost.
Laser defense is ready. Here.
Miss Micro.
Raptor here.
What's the mission, sir? Have a job for me.
King Raptor ready for
Loaded
takeoff.
with U.S. quality.
Special forces here.
We control the skies. I'm listening. We control the skies. On laser patrol. Defense is
New
ready.
construction. Flying high.
Raptor here. We control the skies. Our laser should keep 'em off. Show for our fans our laser should keep 'em off.
That one.
King Raptor ready for takeoff. I'm listening. We are cruising.
mission, sir? Flying high. We control the skies. What's the mission, sir? Layering them up. On patrol. We are cruising. Got my
Beacon
missile launcher
detected.
Right here. Yep, we control the skies. Yep. Our laser should keep them Raptor here. Keep it safe. Ready for action. Taking charge. Army's elite. Our laser should keep them off. This is our territory. Yep, our laser should keep them off. Yeah. Made in the U.S. of A. Special forces here. Army's elite. Loaded with U.S. quality. Always ready. Flying high. What do you got? Jumping in. Yep. Jumping in. Laser defense is ready. Yep. King Raptor here. Control the sky. Yep. King Raptor here. Little air show for our fans out there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he can't really do anything. 100% can't do anything.
Unit lost. Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Have a job for me. Good area. I'm listening. Copy that. Laser defense is ready. Laser should keep them off. Making a pass. Making a pass. Yep, got it. Making a pass.
Where's the other one?
Our laser should keep them off. Yep, we are cruising. We are cruising. Aerial defense countermeasures installed. That one's done. King Raptor ready for takeoff. That one's done.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty
You
hard.
are victorious.
That's such a hard matchup to win.
Unit
US is against air. Might do one more and then I might call it. I'm not sure. Just check on something. Oh, they're in a room. Let me see what's going on there. Oh, Akira has to go for dinner anyways. In that case, I'll probably end the stream for now. We ended on a win, so I'm okay with that. Thanks guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and take care.